Okay, I'd like to excuse me. I'd like to talk a little bit about productivity and collaboration. These are some things that are happening on the web more frequently, and there's there's some really fabulous resources that you can take advantage of, and the reasons are numerous, of course. Um, but let's say that you're looking to collaborate with somebody just simply to get ideas. You need some outsourcing, a variety of different things that you can find to crowdsource, to send to many, many people for their comments, information, and so forth. Or if you just need some simple things done. For example, here, if you want to get a logo, um, and you don't really know what you want, you have some idea, you can post the job on 99designs.com, and you post exact what you'd pay for somebody creating a new logo. Let's say that it's $300 or something like that. You'll have a finished product that's sent to you by sometimes perhaps hundreds of different graphic artists, designers, and so forth. Um, it's you can work back and forth and collaborate with them afterwards, but keep in mind that you're going to get ideas that are coming to you from dozens, if not hundreds, of people, and it's you're going to have a lot of variety in your logo, and you're going to get it very inexpensively. Um, Here we have Idea Bounty. This is a fascinating site from my perspective. It's if you're willing to pay X amount of dollars, you can post an idea, or you can post a question, and people who frequent this site will go in and if they think that they've got an answer that might be appropriate for you, they'll start interacting with you, and you'll be very surprised at the number of very intelligent people who have unique ideas and that can be of some great help. You can also post some ideas that you have and just see if you can get a discussion started. So it's a paid site. Here's Idea Swap. This is usually done with just one person. It's not many to many. And I put this on here for a couple different reasons. One is that I just love this website. I think that design is just so clean and just kind of interesting. Captures your attention, but still, I don't want to take anything away from the site itself. It's a very very good place to go to collaborate. Um, Skillshare is very interesting. I call it the Groupon for teaching. Let's say that you have specific talents in accounting in this particular case. You post it and you say that you'll put on a class for 5 weeks or whatever it might be, and you have to have a minimum number of 25 people. And it's going to cost $50. So in this particular case, if it's 50 people, 45 have signed up. There's 5 spots left, and then it'll be off and running. So for those of you with education in your background, this might be something you'd go to. And Innocentive is really the go-to place for finding innovative collaboration between brilliant people in many cases. Innocentive is you just have to go in and look. You have to go in and actually go through the site piece by piece to understand the incredible abilities that this medium has and what it can do for your business. In terms of outsourcing, you can start real simple. Fiverr.com. It's still in beta state. It's a little silly, but it's just still kind of fun to. There's a lot of things that people can do for you. You can see here on the side graphics, video, social marketing, and so forth, technology, programming, and these people will do something for you for $5. Whatever you post, if they say that they'll do it for $5, they do. Now they obviously hope that they're going to get in. You see their good work, and they'll be able to start doing work for you. Or if you want to go after, let's say, more sophisticated people, for $25 you can go to Gopher, and basically it's the same thing. It's just there's a tendency to be for people here to be a little more sophisticated, I guess, in what they do, and not quite as goofy, so to speak. Um, there are several sites that you can get outsourcing help from people, but you have to be so careful. Guru.com, Odesk, Elance.com. You can get people to do a variety of different things, but keep in mind that they're coming from so many different countries. There might be people obviously in India, Singapore. It's very difficult to know, but you're going to if you post a job on any of these sites, you're going to get a lot of response from all around the world. The thing is, you have to figure out that the freelancer that you're working with is somebody that can complete a project or that's qualified to do the project. So there's a lot of trial and error here. I have not had great success with all of these sites every time, but I've had some good success, and I've got a few people that I do ongoing work with that I've been very pleased with. So keep them in mind, and there's great. It's a great way to have a place where you can make sure that the work's done properly. You can say, I've uh, uh, I've I've given my go ahead to not only start the work, but I'm happy with the work that's been completed. At that point in time, you finish the transaction, and it's all done through these sites. Switching gears here just a little bit. Here's something that I think is it's growing very rapidly, and I think it's a great idea. It's called enterprise social media software. What this is, it looks a lot like Facebook, the interface, and you put it on the intranet, not the internet, but the intranet of your company. And assuming that your company is a little larger, or your school, or wherever it might be, um, once you post this, again, the interface looks a lot like Facebook, and you join, you put together a profile picture, and you see other people with your organization who are there. You get a look at their profile, get to see what their skills are, so on and so forth. And let's say that you have an idea for a project that for your company, or that you started a project and you just need more collaboration and you need more input from people. Well, this gives you a place to go to do this. Um, you can post documents on here, and it's basically a repository. People can take the documents off if they choose to. They can read them there. Um, you can create groups, which is a very nice way to have a password protected group that was working on a particular project. That way you have control over who's actually getting in and seeing what you're doing. Um, you can bring in people from the outside of your organization as well, if that falls within the rules of your organization. You can post things on a wiki with with this software. So you'd have a thread of information about specific things associated with what your group is working on. Think of Wikipedia within this. Wikipedia would be a little large, but within something like that within this platform. And then, of course, they have microblogging, which is basically Twitter. And anytime something's posted, um, something is sent to your email that says that you have a new post on your social collaboration site. And so it's a very good way to keep track of things and get the conversation started, and ultimately to finish, create from the inception of an idea and finish a project. And that takes me to project management tools. This is one that I really like, and I'm just going to let you listen.
The more you take on, the more emails, attachments, to-do lists, and phone calls you have to manage. Pretty soon, you're buried in stuff that was supposed to help, but actually hurts productivity. You and the people you work with know there has to be a better way to get work done. It's time to take control. You're ready for ManyMoon. ManyMoon is the easy online social productivity tool that simplifies your life. It lets you and your connections organize group projects, tasks, documents, and conversations all in one place. With ManyMoon, you have full control over what you share and with whom. It lets you team up with anyone on any type of work from anywhere, so you can get more stuff done across your network. ManyMoon reduces the steps to complete work. It's simple, and you don't have to train your connections to use it. ManyMoon is all online, and the basic version is free, so there's no expensive software to install or learn. Even the premium version is just pennies a day. ManyMoon is seamlessly integrated with Google Apps and LinkedIn, so it works with the tools and connections you already use. Anywhere you are, ManyMoon is there. Since you can securely access your information and collaborate online, your team can get work done from anywhere. Enterprise-grade security, zero cost, and the easy-to-use interface has made ManyMoon the trusted choice for thousands of businesses. Whether you are planning an event, to building software, to remodeling a home, ManyMoon lets you get more work done. Take control with ManyMoon. Try ManyMoon for free to see why it's the internet's most popular social productivity.
We use ManyMoon in our business. It's actually a free app within Google Apps right now, and the interface again is much like LinkedIn or Facebook, except you can actually do very sophisticated project management with ManyMoon. There's others, Basecamp and so forth, that might have a little less robust platform behind them, but they're all good to use. ManyMoon, if you've got a Google App account, it's free right now, so something to certainly take a look at. Okay, web applications, real estate and construction management. These are just some specific examples of some things that hopefully you'll be able to use at some point in time. Peer-to-peer lending is growing each day, and actually at a talk we gave at DU to the executive MBA students, somebody had indicated that they used Prosper and they had a very, very bad experience. And I did check online, and Prosper did go through some bumps and bruises, so to speak, for a period of time with the SEC, and then it seems that a lot of that has been corrected, but I frankly don't know. So I'm not recommending any of them. I'm just making you aware that these sites are available, and it sounds like it's a pretty good idea to do your research before you go jumping into using one of them. But peer-to-peer lending makes sense. If somebody's getting 2% or 2.5% or whatever it might be on a yield on their money market account, perhaps they can go here and find a 7% yield on something that they feel comfortable with. There's a variety of different people with great ideas, with good business plans, and so forth. I would certainly think that one would want to check into local security laws and national securities laws to make sure that that you're compliant. But nonetheless, these sites are out there. Bigger Pockets is another one that's worth taking a look at. It's kind of a fun site to look at anyway. And they're very real estate oriented. As you can see here on the bottom, they've got real estate forums, and so check that out. That's worth doing. This is a site and a concept that I personally absolutely love. Secondmarket.com is in many different countries right now, and what these people did was they looked at the New York Stock Exchange and they said, you know, it's just grown so large, and there's so much frequency trading going on. Computers are trading perhaps as much as 60% of the trades, that maybe we need to start something different. So they started an alternative to where you could actually trade stock with private companies, even in some cases 144 stock, restricted stock, and so forth. Check these people out there. It's a very interesting concept. They're very successful, and I think it's a good alternative. We're going to go ahead and stop here. I think this is number 9 in our series, believe it or not, and we got a few more. So I hope you stick with us and join us for another one.